This is a deep dive podcast covering articles published on Ecogate's blog, brought to you by Ecogate, the leader in intelligent industrial
Dust
ventilation.
collection, it runs all day. Burning white, blowing cash away. Dust collection, dust settles in the main. Because I forgot to open the gate. No more. Turn your airflow into cash flow.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a world where pristine air quality isn't just a nicety. It's absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking about laboratories and pharmaceutical production facilities.
Exactly.
Our mission today is to explore how a truly smart approach to dust collection can make an incredible difference in these highly sensitive environments.
Yeah, these settings, as you know, they have the strictest air quality requirements. You need quiet operation, very precise airflow, and rigorous contamination prevention.
Right.
All of this, of course, while sticking to crucial NFPA guidelines, that's the National Fire Protection Association, sets critical safety standards.
Okay.
So we're looking at a system designed specifically to meet these exact needs.
You know, before we get to the solution,
Yeah.
what are the inherent challenges? I mean, with conventional dust collection in these really demanding spaces.
It's interesting. Traditional systems typically fall short in, let's say, two main ways.
Okay.
Either all the collection points, the drops are open all the time, which leads to high noise levels like you wouldn't believe sometimes, and really heavy demands on the makeup air systems.
I can imagine constantly replacing that air.
Or the other way, if drops are closed manually, maybe to save energy or cut noise,
Yeah.
you risk reducing the airflow below the minimum transport velocity. And that's critical.
Why is that critical? What happens then?
Well, that can cause dust to actually settle inside the ducts.
Oh, right. Not good.
Definitely not good. It significantly increases the risk of contamination, fire, or in some cases, even an explosion. So it's a serious safety concern.
And it gets more complicated, right? Because in labs and pharma, the air being removed, it's often contaminated.
Precisely. It absolutely cannot be recirculated.
So every single cubic foot you pull out has got to be replaced.
Yes, replaced with costly, conditioned makeup air.
Yeah.
Heated or cooled, filtered.
That creates a significant challenge then beyond just the safety. What about the cost?
It's massive.
Right.
It really is. And this is precisely where Ecogate's on-demand control system offers, well, a really compelling alternative.
Okay, on demand. How does that work?
So, by supplying ventilation only where and when it's actually required, the system keeps inactive drops closed automatically.
Ah,
And this immediately reduces that noise we talked about, conserves the expensive conditioned air, and significantly cuts operating costs.
so this is where it gets really interesting. How does this system actually do that? How does it achieve these benefits, especially in such sensitive places?
Well, the system is designed for selective operation.
Yeah.
So any number of drops can be active, up to the system's total capacity.
Right.
But the inactive drops, they stay closed, sealed, actually, which preserves the room conditions.
And you mentioned specific components.
Yes. For lab and pharma use, key things include specialized butterfly smart gates. They have these high-quality silicone seals for a really tight closure.
Okay.
And often simple wall switches, so someone working at a station can just control their specific extraction arm easily.
So, okay, keeping drops closed saves energy, reduces noise. But what about safety? How do you maintain those safe duct transport velocities if only, say, 1 or 2 points are open? Doesn't the speed drop?
That is a really important question. How do you maintain safe duct transport velocities when only a few collection points are active without messing up the lab environment?
Yeah.
Ecogate uses something called dedicated bleed gates.
Bleed gates.
Yeah. So instead of opening extra collection points in the lab, which could disturb experiments or add noise,
Right.
these bleed gates automatically adjust by drawing a bit of air from, say, plenums above the ceiling or maybe dedicated technology levels.
Ah, so it's pulling air from outside the immediate lab space.
Exactly. From controlled spaces,
Yeah.
usually part of the building's air system anyway. This maintains the minimum safe duct velocities needed to keep dust moving,
Okay.
but without exhausting more of that expensive conditioned lab air or disturbing work or adding noise right there in the lab.
That sounds like a very clever solution for balancing safety and efficiency. And for really crucial operations, I saw something about redundancy.
Yes, absolutely. For processes where, a loss of dust collection could ruin an experiment, or even a whole production batch.
Yeah, critical stuff.
Ecogate offers lead backup fan configurations. So if the main fan fails for any reason,
The backup just kicks in.
automatically, instantly, they even alternate roles, sometimes daily, just to keep both units exercised and ready. It ensures really high availability.
Okay, let's connect this back to the bigger picture. The operational benefits compared to, the conventional setups. They sound quite extensive.
They really are. The system significantly reduces the makeup air volume needed, and therefore the energy used to condition that air.
Which means cost savings.
Big time. This not only saves money, but quite often delivers a full payback for the entire system in just a few months.
A few months, really?
Yeah, it can be that quick, especially in facilities with high energy costs or strict climate control. Plus, you get the lower noise, the reduced contamination risk, enhanced safety, because you're maintaining those velocities correctly.
And flexibility, too, I suppose, if you change a lab layout.
Exactly. Flexible capacity. And it's not just theory, it's proven in sensitive environments.
Yeah.
There are installations at Svante's R&D lab, multiple GlaxoSmithKline sites, Upshur Smith, Fortune Pharmaceutical.
So these aren't hypotheticals. These are real-world results in demanding places.
Absolutely. The quick payback often surprises people. But when you quantify the cost of constantly conditioning and replacing exhausted air in a conventional system,
Yeah.
especially in large facilities or cleanroom environments, the savings from an on-demand approach become very clear very quickly. It's not just the fan energy, it's mostly the makeup air energy.
That makes sense. So looking ahead, what does this really mean for the future of specialized industrial ventilation?
I think the concept, this on-demand approach, it truly tailors ventilation and dust collection to the exact needs of the moment.
Right.
It offers this blend of precision, safety, and efficiency that was honestly pretty difficult to achieve before. It makes the whole process much smarter.
This raises an important question for me. Beyond just labs and pharma, where else could a system like this, one that provides ventilation only where and when it's truly required, where else could that make a significant impact? On safety, cost, environmental control.
That's a great point. Lots of possibilities.
Definitely something for you, our listeners, to mull over until our next deep dive.